first unique selling point was, let's see, I think this is 2007. So late 2005, early 2006, I become the office assistant. Pretty bad at it.
Right.
I figure out that I want to get in touch with clients. I want to do sales. I want to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I think late 2006, I go to agent role.
Mm-hmm.
And by this time, how old am I? 21 or something? I don't know anyone because I was autistic as a child and a young adult.
Really?
So I have no network, very little social skills, very little speaking skills, no sales skills. So, but all of a sudden I'm an agent because that's what I wanted.
Okay.
And first thing I do is, because I don't have any clients, I start door knocking. So I remember I remember driving to like a random area and just getting out of my car. I had a 1984 Suzuki Alto. And it had a choke. Do you know what a choke is?
Wow.
Yeah.
It didn't. A car.
My friend, that's a lawnmower with a roof.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
That sounded like it. Yeah.
You had a choke on an automobile.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's pretty impressive.
Okay.
Shit.
Now
Yeah,
we've had boomer
hardcore.
status.
Yeah.
We have arrived.
They did it differently over in the Netherlands, hey?
Yeah. Apparently.
So I drive my lawnmower up to the neighborhood, get out, wearing my like $90 suit, looking like absolute shit.
That's a proper first salesman gig if I've ever heard one, man. Driving a lawnmower to work.
Cold call.
And I just started ringing doorbells,
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, want to sell your house?" That was my first script.
It's direct and to the point. You're forward. There's no bullshit, no fluff. This is the kind of sales guy I want to. All right, let's sell my house. Done.
Did you at least park farther down the street?
Well, you don't want to be sweaty when you get to the door.
After like,
No, it's true. Right out front, kick the gate in.
after like I don't know, maybe 500 doors, I figure out that maybe it's better if I say, "Do you know anyone who is going to sell his house?" Because it's less confrontational.
Okay.
So I develop my sales skills.
Please.
And
That's also a question that I wanted to run by you as well, though, right? The different skill developments when it comes to high volume sales, like high traffic sales compared to high ticket sales, right? Like a niche high ticket item.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So there's definitely different skill sets that you would develop doing either.
There must be.
yeah, like once you realize, so let's say I could do like 100 doors in an hour in a good hour. And then maybe you do like 500 doors a day,
Yep.
and then you're sort of spent. Like, I mean, because like 490 people are gonna either tell you to or close the door or tell you you're a moron or a con man or whatever. So, and I wasn't even a con man. I was genuinely asking if they wanted to sell their house. Anyway, so once you understand like how many people there are, because I was doing this 5-6 days a week for a month on end,
Oh, man.
and it was rough, but you start to get a feeling for how many people are out there and how little people care for you. Because I remember closing some people later on that at one point I was at their door.
Yeah.
Like I talked to these people and they didn't even remember me. Because it's like people don't give a damn about you. They don't know who you are, and they'll forget you immediately.
Yep.
So I start with door knocking, and then I find out about for sale by owners, which if you're not in real estate, some people try to sell their homes without an agent, and they place like an ad. Back then, it was an ad in a newspaper, but now it's probably online. And I would get all these ads. I would call them. I had a script. I had a big, script in front of me with 3 pages, and I would just call them and go through my script saying, this is Arno from Remax, and I noticed you had your house for sale, and do you want to sell? I think the script was something like, do you want to sell your house as quickly as possible for top dollar with the least amount of hassle possible? And then they had some answer. It doesn't even matter what answer they had, because I would just go down my script anyway. I would just bulldoze over them.
Been there before. Used to live that life.
I got pretty decent at that. Yes, I got pretty good at that. And then by sake of repetition, unless you're really dumb, you get a sense of what works and what doesn't.
Okay.
And I think that's a vital thing to develop whatever sale, like if it's high volume or high ticket, doesn't even matter. Like you need to get the reps in.
Yeah.
Similar to going to the gym. Like you can't expect to go there and be the Giga Chad after your 3rd time. Like it takes time. It just does. It takes repetition. Similar to chess. Like you're not gonna crush the grandmaster in your 1st game, nor will you do it in your 1000th game probably. It takes time. It takes repetitions. You need to pick up on the speech, on the body language. Also, like you have to go through the whole suffering to an extent.
It's the salesman workout. You got to have 500 rejections a day before you get the gains. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I had this this poster on my wall for years saying if you haven't pissed off at least 5 people before 12 a.m. you're not doing enough. And I always, whenever people ask, I said, yeah, I'm way ahead of that target, so don't worry.
I'm the gentleman that's selling you the mechanical services on your vehicles and tires. So yeah, it does. You tend to piss a lot of people off.
This is true.
Yeah, of course. It's just a thing, right? And like for me, the thing that was always important was that whatever I was selling was at least legit. Mm-hmm. And since it was my own business, I knew that, I actually had the best intentions for them, and like I wanted to help out. Like if around that time, there was always one of the biggest sales opportunities around that time was selling people like a mortgage refinancing. And then it changed after a year. So they had a really low rate, and then it went sky high the next year.
Of course, yeah.
And I was offered that position, I don't know, 20, 30 times probably, because after a while you get good and you get these offers. And I always said no, because to me, that was pure evil. I don't like that. I don't like conning people into anything.
Usually.
That was I didn't feel comfortable doing that at all. No.
So we call that home equity lines of credit here.
Yeah.
And
it's a adjustable rate mortgage, and they did it in the U.S. as well. I think what's the comedian's guy? There's a shit, I can't remember. It's a fat blonde guy, and he used to do subprime mortgages.
Subprime mortgages. Okay.
Can't remember the guy's name.
Tim Dillon.
But subprime mortgages. That's it.
Very funny.
We know.
Very funny.
We know.
Super funny. Yeah. Love that guy. And the guy is really accurate about mortgage brokers and real estate agents as well, in the sense that they're the scum of the earth, and he's right. And lawyers.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it, right? And then,
Yeah.
Necessary evil of USA.
Welcome to the funding hut.
See, that's actually kind of why, like, I like getting a job in sales, or I like having that experience, because now whenever I go to a store or something, my first question when I see a sales rep is, do you get commission? Yes or no? And if they're honest with me, I go, all right, here's what I'm looking for. Bang, 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 bang. Let's get you your 10, 15% and go on your day. Because I know what the time is. If they say no, then I'm going to start eating their time, because they get paid by the hour. So it's just kind of a fun little thing once you get used to it. But I know.
Yeah, if your interests are aligned, that's the most important thing.
Well, like for me, the whole and I think we kind of talked about it a little bit in our call earlier this week, Arno, but the whole idea of sales for me is you're really just a facilitator for solving a problem. If
Right.
you look at it like that, then you actually get a lot more traction, I found. Because not to steal away from the spotlight or anything, but when I was doing my high volume sales and getting 900 rejections in a day before 12 p.m., I actually found that I got less sales when I was up and moving and doing the whole like pitching, trying to pull people to the booth. I got more sales when I sat down at my podium with my phone out, and when people walked by, they said, "You look busy." Well, I can be. When's the last time you looked at your plan? And boom, like we were just starting to solve problems. That's when I got all my sales. So if you look at it from a problem-solving angle, totally different. And I think,
Not what
Yeah,
you
if you're actually going to add value to their reality, that makes it a lot easier. I just realized that I hadn't finished my earlier story. So
Yes.
let me. I interrupt myself, which is special.
it's a first, folks.
So
HU
my
first.
first USP, yeah, my first USP. So I do the whole door knocking, cold calling, for sale by owner thing, and I sort of get frustrated with it.
Yeah.
Right, it's annoying,
very.
and I find this guy, and his name is Craig Proctor, and he's like he's Canadian. He was like the number one Remax guy for a couple of years. Guy is selling a house like every 6 minutes or so. It's ridiculous. Like he's doing very well.
All right.
Holy cow. 6 minutes.
And he has a course, and I think it's a $2,000 course.
Okay.
So I order it, and I get it the next day from Canada, which is special if you're in Europe. And it's like a stack of binders in wrapped in plastic.
VHSs.
Open it up. Yeah, it's like the material cost would be about I don't know $6, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I'm happy anyway. So I start pouring through the whole course, and he has this ad, and the ad is, "I will sell your home within 93 days, or you won't pay anything, or I'll pay you $2,500 or whatever, something like that." So that sounds right to me. So I make this newspaper ad in Dutch, and the ad is like, I look up like the average selling time of homes, and it's like 5 months in the Netherlands. So I say, "I will sell your home within 124 days, or I will pay you $1,500.
Nice.
I place this ad. I mean, I get like an avalanche of calls when I place it.
Right.
And it was amazing. Like I don't have to reach out. Like people are reaching to me saying, "Hey, can you help me out?"
That's beautiful.
And that was my first like real experience with copywriting, with the power of ads and copywriting in general, where people will actually reach out to you and ask you to be sold. I would go on these sales presentations, and these people would say, "Well, you know, and remember, like I was the dude that was door knocking. So if I got to a sales presentation, I was competing with 5 other dudes. Now they called me from an ad, and they say, "Oh, you're the guy that guarantees the sale, right?" Yeah. All right. Well, where do I sign?
That's smart.
It was just bizarre. Yeah, it was far out. And then this served me well when the whole crisis hit, because like the 124-day thing was working well. Like imagine how well it's working when you're in like a worldwide depression and no homes are selling. And now there's this dude that says, "I can sell your home within a weekend and guaranteed."
Jump to the first thought that people would have if they wanted to sell.
That's their main concern. You just want to go. Yeah. So that was my first USP. That's I interrupted myself before, but that's what I wanted to get at.
Okay.
If you want to learn the mechanics of being wealthy, join Hustlers University today. Check the links in our description below. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon if you want to get notified of our upcoming episodes. Thank you for listening.